scores about 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Ashley.
Woo! Unanimous.
Me and my sister, we grew up on a small, like very small Native community. Probably like 3,000 people. It's called like Chippewas of the Thames. It's just outside of London. We didn't really grow up there. We spent like probably our younger teen years. Like I was 13, she was like 15, around there. And we moved around a lot as kids, like Toronto, Hamilton, all those cities in Canada or in Ontario.
Ashley Nichols, AK47, aka AK47, was first a child before she became a fighter in her adolescent years and I guess in her adult career.
She used to hang out with me and her auntie a lot, and because every one of our nieces and nephews would hang out with us once in a while, stay for a while. And I know every time me and your auntie would, or her auntie would argue, she always laughed at my sarcasm, which everybody else hated. So Ashley got my sarcasm. She was very smart that way. She was a very humanitarian person, humorous person.
She was just always on the go, and we were still close, and we came in touch like on phone and everything. But she very rarely could come and hang out with us in person.
Ashley was a very resilient child. She was a very funny child. She was outgoing. Ashley liked to tell jokes. Like I said, she was ambitious. She was the one who would come out and help. Like if we were doing laundry in the house, my sister and I, her mom, Denise Kijigo, like if Denise was doing laundry or whatever, Ashley would be the one to come down and help fold the laundry or mess the clothes up, whatever she felt like doing at the time. She had her own mind. She was just courageous and a real go-getter.
And still, the BTC Fight Ashley, AK47 Nichols.
There's a lot of people that look up to her. She inspired a lot of people into that. She put in that way. She put Chippewa on the map, pretty much. You know what I mean? MMA fighting wise, anyway. Yeah.
And the reserve was kind of not a good place to grow up. A lot of alcoholism and a lot of death around there, because kids drive around in cars and stuff like that and drink and drive. And just kids too, like teenagers, literally teenagers. It's family down there, but it was a hard upbringing, seeing all your cousins die so young. It's very impacting on a kid. You don't know how to deal with it. And yeah, it can scar you for a long time when usually you see your, like, when you're older, you see your like grandparents. That's normal. It's natural death. But a tragic death, it's different. It hits different, especially when you're that age, for so young. It's very scarring to your mental. It's very scarring, yeah.
How can I just let you walk away? Let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath with you. Oh, you're the only one who really knew me at all.
When I first heard, I was sleeping, and I woke up to my sister Shauna. She was like screaming.
It was early morning. It was, I think, 5 o'clock in the morning when I got the phone call from Shauna. And
It was first thing in the morning. Me and my son were in the living room, and I got a phone call from my wife. And she said that Ashley had passed away.
I don't even know how to put it in words. What it's like when you hear somebody say that your niece has passed away. But it was pretty hard, and I just remember thinking about her siblings, because I had just lost my sister a few years before that. And so the first thing that came to my mind was her brother and her sisters, her brothers and her sister, because I just know like how heartbroken that they were going to be.
Very unbelievable. Somebody so full of life. Somebody had the world in their hands. You never know what a person's thinking, that's for sure. That's what went through my head right away. I just thought about all the times we hung out. When you do get news about somebody like that, you just think about, even if you met them for 5 minutes in your life, you always you'll remember them for whatever, right? But there was a lot of thoughts going through my head when I met Ashley. Every time we hung out, you know what I mean?
The police officer told us what happened. That my sister took her own life, and it was, yeah. That's how I found out, and it made me feel I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to feel. I was lost and blurred. It's the first time I've talked about it in a while. One of her last posts I seen on Facebook was like a loop of Rage Against the Machine. And the song was, the lyrics was "Bullet in my head," and it was like on a loop. And that was one of her last posts that she posted. I don't know if that was a cry for help, or... She would usually call me too when she was going through that stuff. Like, if she was sad or anything, she would always call me when she was going through that. But that night, yeah, she didn't call me. So. She never told me a lot of her traumas, so I don't know. Well, yeah, she was always on the go, and well, we were always still close. We were very close, even though we didn't see each other much as we got older. But we loved each other, and she was my sister.
Here is Ashley, AK47 Nichols.
My name is Ashley Nichols, and I'll be making my LFA debut tonight. I'm from the Chippewas of the Thames First Nations community, so I'm representing the Chippewa, Oneida, and Potawatomi Nation. When I started researching about Muay Thai and what it was, I learned that there was a cultural aspect as well. So there's like a ceremony that's done before they fight, and it's very spiritual as well. So being Indigenous, I'm also spiritual. I've competed on Glory Kickboxing, and I have like several national and world titles that I won from competing in Muay Thai. Threw away your love letters. I thought it made me feel better. I finally got you out my bed, but I still can't get you out my head. Sending you one text at a time. I know you're by your phone, so boy, pick up your line. I ain't too proud to beg, so what's been said has been said.